based on how my trials were conducted, since experience tells me that regardless of what I say or what anybody else says, you're
Oh.
going to order it, I am
Here we go. She's gonna keep on pushing. That's what she's doing right now. She's being so immature. Wow. Lori Vallow, she had 3 trials. Man, this woman. She had a trial in Utah. She had a trial in, sorry, not Utah, Idaho. Man, sometimes I get Utah and Idaho mixed up. I'm so sorry about that. But she had a trial in Idaho. She had a trial in Arizona. Well, actually 2 trials in Arizona. Lori Vallow Daybell snaps at judge after being ordered to pay restitution to Kay Woodcock. We all know how Lori feels about Kay Woodcock. Lori was pissed that the money that she thought she was going to receive after having her husband murdered by her brother, she thought she was going to get that life insurance money. No. Charles secretly changed it to Kay Woodcock, his sister. And during Lori Vallow's trial, we got to hear that phone call where she calls the insurance company. She's like, oh, hey, yeah, you know, my husband, yeah, he died. So yeah, I'm here to collect my money. And they're like, who are you? Oh, you know what? Sorry, you're not the beneficiary. It seems like the beneficiary was changed a little while ago.
Well, he was shot. Okay. So I don't know how I want to put that.
Okay. All right. And I hate to ask, but is it?
Yeah,
you can just say yes or no. Was it a homicide?
No, it was an accident.
An accident. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So can you tell me when that was changed again? I mean, I know my husband is the agent on record, so he can change it. He's the owner.
I mean, I really can't give too much information, but I can tell you that the beneficiary was changed in March of this year.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what he was doing since we have 5 kids and we've been married for 15 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I know he owes a lot of people money, and I was worried if I got money, they'd be coming after me for money.
Right. No, I understand that.
But now I will be with none. So, but did he change it to one person, or was it several people?
Unfortunately, I can't release that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. No, I know you can't tell. We're in the business. My husband is the agent.
And that is when Lori Vallow had that realization that, oh shit, did I just kill my husband for no reason? So Lori Vallow was ordered to pay restitution to the victims. And again, in Arizona, there were 2 trials. One for the murder of her husband, her 4th husband, Charles Vallow. He was murdered by Lori's brother. And then a few months after that, while the investigation was happening, what does Lori and what does her brother do? They concoct another attempted murder, and this was of Brandon Boudreaux. Brandon Boudreaux was married to Melanie Boudreaux, who is Lori Vallow's niece. So, pretty crazy. And Kay Woodcock, if you guys don't know who Kay Woodcock is, Kay and Larry Woodcock, they're the grandparents of JJ, because technically Lori and her 4th husband, Charles, did adopt JJ. That was, Charles's sister's son who they adopted. I'm sorry, I screwed up here. I meant to say Charles's sister's son's son. Charles's sister was not in a good place at the time, and so they decided to adopt JJ. And again, Charles's sister's son was the one that was not in a great place. Sorry about that, guys. And unfortunately, after living for 7 to 8 years, Lori had him murdered. Some really sad stuff. So she's ordered to pay restitution to Kay Woodcock, and she's not happy. She's not happy. So let's jump over to the hearing, and I haven't actually seen the hearing yet. I've only seen the thumbnail, and I've seen some of the clips, little titles and all that stuff, but I haven't actually listened to it. But by looking at the original thumbnail that East Idaho News posted with Lori's face and Trina Kay's face, if you guys don't know who Trina is, she was the amazing prosecutor in the 2 cases in Arizona. Trina has that what the fuck look face on her, and you would think by now, Trina, the judge, maybe even us, the audience, maybe we should already be used to Lori Vallow's antics and her snaps and her unhinged shit. But sometimes it still comes at us at a surprise.
CR 2021-001-704.
Where's Lori? Have they not brought in Lori again yet? She's supposed to be in this upper right-hand screen. Hello, Lori?
Mr.
You know what? Lori's too busy doing the clown makeup. That's probably why. She's getting ready right now. She got to do the clown makeup. She got to do the Shih Tzu hair. Lori opened a portal to hell and mistook Satan for Jesus. Classical noob mistake. Oh my gosh. I was watching this South Park episode where they were using Labubus to summon Satan. That shit was so fucking unhinged. But it was so fucking funny.
Lum, could I have you turn your camera off just to not be a distraction?
Oh, here comes Lori. Oh, and I forgot to mention, y'all. Lori was representing herself during the 2 trials in Arizona.
What we've learned is that the gas receipts that were provided are not all of the gas receipts. And so that's why we had done the mileage.
Oh, yeah, maybe gas receipts and the mileage of the experts for this case.
But we forgot to remove the gas receipts themselves. So we should actually remove $348.98.
Yeah, because I think maybe it's the same as when you're doing your expense reports, but I think you can either claim for mileage or you can claim for the gas that you spent on it. You can't claim for both. I think that's what they're talking about. So maybe there was a redundancy there.
Which would make the total restitution request $8,600.54.
Look at Lori over there looking so important, writing things down. She's like, no.
Okay.
Someone get her a quill.
I'll ask the defendant, are you stipulating to any restitution?
On Wednesday night, I did receive those Bates numbers that were supposed to be given to me from my advisory council. They mailed them to me. I just got them. I was able to review those. Those ended at Bates number 101161. And yesterday I was informed by my advisory council that the state sent over one more document on Tuesday by email to my advisory council. And I have not seen that document. It's Bates number 101162. It is my understanding, since I talked to my advisory council yesterday, that that document is a document. They kind of explained what it was to me. And so my understanding is.
What? What did she just say? I feel like she was on a really good roll there. But sometimes she has a habit of just like talking and then she like gets really tripped up and then the whole thing just like falls apart.
Is a document. They kind of explained what it was to me. And so my understanding is, and although I'm aware that counseling, thank you. Although I'm aware that counseling costs can be included in restitution, this document turned over by the state is an Excel spreadsheet totaling $3,147 in counseling.
Wait, is this like counseling costs? Like counseling, not like attorney / counsel, but like counseling as in like maybe like getting therapy? Is this like therapy help for maybe like the victim's family members?
There are no invoices from doctors or insurance companies to my knowledge. So the document in and of
Okay, that answers my question.
itself seems to be insufficient. I haven't actually seen it. However,
3K seems low. Yeah, it does.
based on how my trials were conducted, since experience tells me that regardless of what I say or what anybody else says, you're going to order it. I am
Here we fucking go. I thought she was doing pretty decent, and then she's got to do the whole thing like, poor me, pity me. You guys are just up against me. Doesn't matter what I say anyways. You're just going to rule against me. Like, Lori, shut the fuck up.
based on how my trials were conducted, since experience tells me that regardless of what I say or what anybody else says, you're going to order it. I am willing to stipulate today.
Okay, you could have just said you're going to stipulate without all the bullshit. Thanks.
It is my understanding that I have already been ordered by this court to pay over $534,000 in fees, in fines, surcharges, and court fees.
Wait, 500 grand only in, we're in Arizona, right? Yeah, only in Arizona. Is it Arizona and in Idaho? Is that a combined fee?
So you can add Ms. Woodcock's total of $12,096.97 of restitution to my tab.
And Your Honor, with that correction, it would actually be
God, I fucking hate her so much because the way that she said that, you can just add Miss K. Woodcock's restitution total to my tab. Like she said it with such smugness, such fucking smugness. She really doesn't care how she affected other people. She just really doesn't. All she cares about is how she lost at the end and that she's just so fucking bitter. Oh my goodness. 500K just in Arizona. Okay, because what's her restitution total in Idaho?
$11,747.99.
Hold on, 11,740.
$7.99.
And just look at her smiling. So fucking smug. Oh god, she's just so gross. Oh boy. I'm so glad that her trial's over. You don't have to go through the Lori anymore. Her bullshit. Oh man. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to take her in doses. That's why I'm pausing so much. She really does just she really does just annoy me. I really don't like people like her.
$747.99.
Hold on, 11,740.
$7.99.
She's like giggling back there. Dude, Kay is so fucking over her. Miss K is like, please get this bitch off my screen. Kay's like, I'm so over her. I got better things to do.
All right. Ms. Daybell, you're stipulating to pay restitution to Kay Woodcock in the amount of $11,747.99. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Did any
Good.
drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours that would affect your ability to make this decision?
Have I been on any drugs, Your Honor? Is that what you're asking?
Any diarrhea, any UTIs, like what was the other shit that you're complaining about again? She just wants to be an asshole, just to be an asshole. Seriously. This is a 6-minute hearing. Just fucking answer the question without being such an asshole about it. But that's just how pitiful she is. And bitter.
Did any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours that would affect your ability to make this decision?
Have I been on any drugs, Your Honor? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking, have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication that would affect your ability to understand or make this decision today?
Is Your Honor aware that I am in prison?
This is not the first time he's asked her this, right? I've heard this before in other previous hearings, in other cases that we covered. I don't know if Lori has never been asked this before, and she thinks that the judge is just being an asshole and asking her a very a question where she's like, well, obviously I don't have access to drugs or medication. Like I'm in prison. Hello. Like I feel like because she's gone through other trials, other cases, and she has been representing herself, she's definitely heard this question before. Why is she acting like this?
Is Your Honor aware that I am in prison? I have no access to any of those things. So no, the answer is no, I have not.
Thank you for answering the question. Has anyone promised you anything in exchange for your agreement to pay this restitution?
No.
And I love this, Judge. Thank you for your question, for your answer, because it's like, you're a fucking child right now. I'm not going to engage with you. I'll keep it short. That's it. That's what you do with like children like this. People that are so immature. Keep it short. Don't fucking feed into that shit.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or coerced you to get you to agree to pay this restitution?
Only my trials, Your Honor, coerced me.
All right. The court.
And that's what happens when they don't get what they want. If you don't engage with them, they're going to keep on pushing. She's going to keep on pushing. That's what she's doing right now. She's being so immature. Wow. Wild.
Finds that your agreement is knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily made. It's ordered that you pay $11,747.99 in restitution to Kay Woodcock. The restitution would take priority over any other fines and fees that have been imposed, and it's ordered that that restitution be paid out at the maximum rate allowable out of any prison account.
Look at Trina. She's so done.
Ms. Kay, do you anticipate any other restitution requests?
Your Honor, we are still awaiting restitution requests from Brandon Boudreaux.
There she goes again. You see her smiling? She thinks it's a joke. You ruin these people's lives. And yeah, Brandon's not dead, but it's pretty fucking traumatizing for what he went through. And not only that, so there's like way more a lot of you guys did follow the trial with me, but for those of you guys who didn't, not only was there an attempted murder on Brandon Boudreaux, but it seems like he might think that his ex-wife is involved, and he currently still shares the 2 children with the ex-wife. So it's kind of a weird situation. We don't know if the ex-wife, if if Trina K has anything on her, and maybe at some point she'll be like indicted or something. But it's a pretty traumatizing situation. And then you got 2 kids that you're sharing together, that you're raising together. Very awkward.
Know that he's been busy with work and he hasn't got all of those documents together. When I get those, I will submit them to advisory council and to Miss Daybell's investigator, who seems to be able to get that to her much easier.
It's possible that Lori could just be having a side conversation with someone and is like laughing and giggling at something else that's happening in the side, maybe. But that's also really weird too, because again, this is not a long hearing. It's only 6 minutes long. It just seems like she doesn't take anything seriously. I think she still wants to have that sort of attitude to other people that's like, I don't care that I'm in this situation. I'm so happy. You guys, you can't fuck with Lori's happiness. Like, I don't know. I think it's really weird that I think she really does care about what people think of her. And what's at the utmost importance is that she comes off as someone that is so very happy and that nothing fazed her. And that, the other people that were against her, that they're not winning because, you didn't take down Lori at the end of the day. She's still in a good mood. I don't know.
And just for the record, Miss Woodcock is still ongoing counseling, so there could be subsequent requests.
Well, the court retains jurisdiction over the matter of restitution for the period that the defendant is serving a sentence. So I'm not setting any further hearings at this time. We'll wait and see if any requests for hearing come in. All right, thank you. We'll be at recess.
Thank you.
Yeah, she just reminds me of like a mean girl from high school. Mean girl from high school, does shit to like bully other people. And then when she's supposed to be held accountable, she's like, oh, I don't care. I don't care. This doesn't faze me at all. I'm in good spirits. I'm in good mood. This doesn't bother me one bit. That's just like, the vibe that she gives me. All right, guys. So next thing, that's Lori Vallow right there, ordered to pay restitution. And we don't know how much she's going to be ordered to pay for Brandon Boudreaux. There's also, Idaho. I don't know how much she was ordered to pay for that. But apparently it's $500K in Arizona. Good luck, Lori.